Speakers Bank Podcast. Our voices, our views.
Hi, and welcome to the Speakers Bank Podcast. Our voices, our views. Today we've got Brent Alford here today with myself, Lynn, and Kimberly here, just to ask him a few questions about his background in speaking. So Kimberly's going to start by asking a few questions.
Hi Brent.
Hi, thank you.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
I'm actually a motivational speaker. I speak to people about life choices. How 13 years ago I made a few bad choices with my weakness, which is alcohol, and I fell from a second level balcony, which left me in a coma for 8 weeks, and then a wheelchair for 2 years. So rehabilitation in the last 13 years has been pretty much fixed on me trying to make a better recovery from where I was at the time.
Okay. Have you ever made a choice that resulted in a consequence that you did not want?
Well, that was the night of my accident where obviously I made a few bad choices with alcohol, which they found my body below a second level balcony, where obviously I made a few bad choices. And so rehabilitation followed from that. And from now on I make smart choices and good choices.
Was when you fell from the second level balcony, were you at a party or?
I was actually at a musical gig which is run annually in Melbourne called Park Life, and I was very intoxicated and a few other things on the side to make me dance for longer. And I thought I used to be a pretty good dancer. I can really bust move better than I can today.
So is that why you're doing your rehabilitation, to be able to bust more moves on the dance floor?
My rehabilitation, I go to the gym a lot, and that's probably part of the reason. I'd like to be able to dance a little bit better than I can today. But I'd like to be able to walk better. I've been learning how to walk now for 8 years, and I'm still failing because I broke my foot last week because of my walking. The right way of walking is heel toe, and I slipped on the side of my foot and rolled over and broke a bone in my foot. And quite painful. And now I've got to wear a moon boot for 4 weeks, which is quite annoying.
And you're not going to be able to dance?
I can move. When I go to hear music, I move. I don't think I dance, I don't think I can dance, but I move to the music.
But it's all about trying, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
What did you do after facing the consequences?
Well, I accepted that the brain injury was my fault for making bad choices, and it was more acceptance of my brain injury, and then realising I was just in a wheelchair at the initial stages. But then my dad also said to me to stop playing the victim after about 2 years, so I created an awesome life, and I'm pretty happy with my life today. I'm living the last 7 years in North Melbourne, and I recently gave up my driver's license because I had it for 4 years, but I didn't think my decision making on the road was good enough to drive, so I made another smart choice. And living in North Melbourne is pretty awesome.
When you said that your dad said you had to stop playing the victim, what was it that?
It was more the sympathy card. I was really good at lapping up the attention that everyone would give me, and I was just dying about this every day for everyone feeling sorry for me, and that was pretty cool. And then when he said to me, you need to create a life for yourself, I had to think about it for a couple of days, and I thought, yeah, probably true. So I was living in Preston at the time, and to create that life I wanted to live on my own, and I did some rehabilitation with the Transitional Living Centre in Thornbury in 2009, which teaches people with acquired brain injury independent living skills. And that sort of taught me to live on my own. So then when my friend passed away one day, I ended up moving to North Melbourne, and that was 7 years ago. And I love living on my own, and I think I love me time a little bit too much, which is pretty good as well.
It's good to spend time with them. What makes a decision necessary?
The right decision necessary. It's more like I like to live my life without goal setting. So I set myself up with goals, and then I set myself up with a realistic plan to get to each goal, and then decision making falls under that category of when you have the goal and you know what you want to do. I live by my 3Ds. My 3Ds are desire, so you know what you want to do. Determination, I know that if I work hard enough I can get there. And discipline, so I can be very strict on the certain things I do. And something that falls with discipline would be eating. So the last 5 years I've lost 40 kilos in weight, and that's partly or mainly due to my eating and being disciplined with eating.
Wow, that's a big achievement, isn't it?
Yeah, and sort of like then first 10 kilos is probably the hardest because you have to teach yourself to lose weight. But yeah, anyway, that's a good achievement.
So how do you know you're making a good decision, or a good decision that's benefiting what you're doing with your life?
Okay, so when I do my talks, right, I talk to mainly older teenagers about life choices, and my aim is to just try and make one teenager make a better choice. And I understand that I'm sort of aimed at everyone in the group. It is aimed at everyone, but trying to make them make one smart move, whether it be drink more water or eat food. I just think eating was cheating, and that's just so wrong. But so making a smarter choice. So I deliver my story, and if they make that one good choice, it's a good thing.
And with making good decisions, how can someone's decision and action just change their lifestyle or the way that they live?
Well, you can't sort of press the reset button when you want to change what you've done. You've got to accept what you've done and then move on with life and where you're at and how it has affected you. So when I made that bad choice obviously that night when I had the accident, it left me in a wheelchair, and then I had to accept that I was in a wheelchair, and I wanted to obviously see if I can get to myself to the best point in life. And for me, my happiness was all about getting out of that wheelchair, which I did. And then in 2011, which is early on, someone told me about speaking, and making that decision to create a story around speaking. And with speaking, it's so important to have a message. So I wanted the message from my speaking to be about life choices and making better and smarter life choices. To have I call happiness success, so to have a successful life. And that was in speaking. And so in 2011, a friend of mine is a youth worker down in the Mornington Peninsula, and he got me into speaking to kids and making a smart room about my story. And that's what I've done since.
Sorry, so you prefer your target audience to be kids because you believe your speech is...
I actually enjoy speaking to adults because I have more of a laugh with adults. They sort of understand it. But I think my message is for the kids to make smarter choices. And when I say that, I recently did a talk to a group of teenagers, and the teacher warned me about 5 other boys that were just problem boys. I'm like, no, don't worry about that. And then at the end of my talk, I rate every talk today on the connection I have with the audience. So if I have an amazing connection, I've had an amazing talk. So at the end of my talk, these 5 boys, each of them came up to me and actually shook my hand and said thank you. The teacher after my talk was blown away. He said, I can't believe the boys just did that to you, because that's just something they wouldn't do. So I know that I have an amazing connection with boys that are getting in trouble, because I used to be like that as a kid. And when I say as a kid, as a young gentleman in their 20s, I'm sort of glad I had my accident when I was 29. Probably a little bit too old, but I got to enjoy 11 years of life and living life before I had my accident. Whereas I know numerous guys or people who have had their accident when they were a teenager, and they haven't even got to start their life before they've had an accident. They've had to go through their rehabilitation and making better choices, obviously. But yeah.
And so what sort of advice would you give to someone who's made have made a choice and it's had a negative result on them?
I would say to them, you need to accept the injury or accept the situation that's happened and take the result as if it's your. No, it'd be more to accept
To accept that they've made that mistake, or
Yeah,
accept
yeah,
that
yeah,
this is what has happened?
they need to sort of accept the situation that has come for them, and it has done them in a bad way for making a negative decision. They need to obviously own up to that decision, and like maybe alcohol or maybe just a bad choice, maybe driving too fast or whatever. You need to obviously accept that and move on from there.
And would you say that there are some necessary steps that someone would have to take? Like, do you think they would need to maybe go see a counsellor or seek help or support from
I
someone?
mean, more talking. Well, I think with my brain injury, the biggest problem I had earlier was taking knowledge and understanding the knowledge. But like people who actually know about injury, like neuropsychologists, talking to them was just amazing because they knew what I was thinking. And it's very important that if you go through any type of negative situation, you talk to other people, whether it be counsellors or just other people, older people that know about life.
Would you say, did you, when you had your accident, did you speak to other people that had had an acquired brain injury?
Actually, when I was in hospital, a Carlton footballer in 1987, Peter Motley, quite a big footballer then, had an acquired brain injury. But I wrote him a letter when I was in hospital, and he actually called me up and spoke to me after I got out of hospital. And so that was pretty much, and then I spoke to other people who had brain injury, but it was more just people in life, like older people in life that had achieved other things.
People that have had more life experience.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your message to the public in terms of making good decisions?
Making good decisions. It'd probably be, if you're faced with a situation, just think about the situation, think about the consequences that can happen from the situation, and if they are bad, try and make a better decision from what you're doing. So you can sort of prevent bad stuff happening if you make smarter choices. Yeah. So it'd just be more looking at the consequences.
Take time to stop, think about it first before you go and do it.
I used to never do that, and in my life, like I had 3 warnings. Now I've got 3 warnings about how binge drinking has affected me. So I used to think I was Superman, and now I know that I can't fly because I've tried.
That was a hard lesson to learn.
It was.
Okay. Well, thank you, Brent, for coming in and chatting with Speakers Bank about your experience and your knowledge on life choices.
Thank you. And if you'd like to contact Speakers Bank, please call 93140988 or send them an email on www.speakersbank.org.au. Thank you.